So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and give you a strategy for the 15-minute opening range break of US session and how to get into the trade, how to find a take profit, and how to trail your stop loss to limit your risk. After that video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what the first light beacon is, what it does, and how it can improve your trading. All right, so we are going to go over the famous 15-minute opening range break of the New York session. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go find us targets. So this would be pre-market, before the trade happens type stuff. So we're going to go left and look for unmitigated zones that price is likely going to come to. So here is the end cap of a 15-minute candle. Here is another one right here. So we're going to draw these. Here's another one right here. And then this one's mitigated. This one has been mitigated, obviously mitigated. These are all mitigated because price dropped. So let's look. So yeah, mitigated. So everything is mitigated except for up top. So in case price breaks out, here's one little baby one. Here's one right here. Here is one right here. And look at, see, ding. And then, I mean, if you need it closer, look at the wick. That's how accurate these zones are. Now, okay, here's one right here. Nope, that's been mitigated. It's mitigated. So everything, yep, okay, so everything's good and mitigated. We're in a downtrend, obviously, so I think we're going to go down, but let's find out what we want. Now, this is a session indicator. It's just showing you my high and low of the 15-minute range, and I'm obviously on a lower time frame. So this is giving me that range for me. And what we want it to see is a new zone formed from the first light beacon. There we go. There it is formed right there. That's the 945 candle, the new formation of a 15-minute candle right here is starting right now. And we are going to wait to see what happens. So right now we are, okay, it looks like we're in consolidation. Don't like consolidation. Okay, so we're kind of bullish, not anymore. And let's see what happens here. Because we're kind of bullish again. Yeah, so the peak, no, that is not bullish, obviously. So, okay, so we're starting to get what looks like an indecisive candle. And let's see what happens here. So we've got a drop base drop. First light beacon is dropping. Wicks are dropping and hitting the bottom side of the first light beacon zone. Now, if you don't know, we will go ahead and show you again. There is a buy and sell line. We are red. That's green. We are below red. We want to be selling, right? It's that simple. And the beacon line is red right there. So we are bearish at the moment. Now, we want to see a close below this zone. Okay, so we get a break of the range, but we do not get a close. So we're going to wait until we get a close. We're still red on the beacon line. We're still underneath the first light beacon. And there's a close. So now we are going to sell. Our stop loss is going to go to the zone. And we are going to target our unmitigated zone from earlier. Remember, over here? Way... Well, that's not even... Yeah, wait. No. That's not even it. It's this one. This one's already been mitigated. We need to delete this so we don't get screwed up. See how easy it is to get screwed up? This one's unmitigated. Yes, so that is going to be our target. And we are going to let price fall, but we are going to trail the first light beacon right here. Watch, I'll show you. Price drops. Okay, so we're trailing. We're trailing right there. We're trailing. This is going to move in real time with the candles. And as it drops, you drop. So this is decreasing our risk right now. Okay, there it is. And oh, take profit was hit. So there's an easy $6,725 with 5 contracts on a range break using the first light beacon as your method of entry and exit. We're going to go over what the first light beacon is and some light ways on how to use it. First, this video is just an introduction to the explanation of what it is. and what it can do for your trading. So first of all, the first thing we're going to do is it will show exact pullbacks. So this right here, this zone right here is the old 15-minute candle zone. So this gray box right here is the 15-minute candle turned in to a support and resistance zone. Okay. So we're trading inside of candles, basically. We're seeing the structure built inside of the candles. So what this does is this shows you, and if you watch this, of it, the formation of it. So we'll just watch it real quick and see now a new 15-minute candle is formed. Now we're going to come down, pull back to the old one, and then it launches up. Right now we have other tools to confluence that this is actually happening, but this is giving you a really good idea that we are pulling back and we're going to continue pushing forward. So what you can do is you can draw off of that, right? And then use other confluences to go up. Now the beacon line, this line right here, is basically a line regression line. So it's pretty accurate. Once you have candles breaking through it, you can pretty much treat this as a moving trend line. And when it breaks, and you have other confluences, obviously, you can take these breaks immediately. And what I like to do is I use the beacon right here, the bottom zone of the zone. Like if I turn these lines back on, you will see that there's a green and a red line. This is the sell side, this is the buy side, and the inside obviously is neutral. And I use that as a stop loss and to trail. And then you could just take profit to the high, or you could let it run however you want to do it. Obviously, we know this is going to win because we just looked at it, but that is the one method to use the first light beacon and kind of understand how it works. And I'm going to turn off the buy and selling because I like it kind of clean, but I do want to see the midline because you get a lot of wicks. Look at, you see this right on the midline, right on the midline. See that? And I like to see those wicks on those midlines. Now, the other way that you can use this thing is breakouts of the new formation of a candle. So if you look right here, we get a new, see how the labels here, this is a new 15-minute candle starting right here, and we immediately shoot down and shoot back up and break out over it, and then we get a little pullback that respects the zone right here. This is a 15-minute candle that is breaking up to the upside hard and fast. We're not getting any pullbacks. So you can take these entries, like something like about like that, and you put your stop loss below this, because if it drops below this, it's more than likely coming down. And we can take a trade off of that kind of entry right there. Now, obviously we use other confluences to get into this, but that is the nutshell of how you can catch these breakouts of the new formations of the candles. So what the zone does is it's showing you the support and resistance of the 15-minute candle as it's moving in real time. Okay. Now, another formation is something like, okay, here we go. Here's one. Here we go. So we're getting a dip and then a crossover and it goes back up. Well, this right here, this little section right here is the wick of the 15-minute candle. So basically what we're seeing is we're seeing market structure, and we have a tool that's showing us exactly what it's doing. So the 15-minute candle forms, it goes up, it comes down, it sweeps this, comes up and sweeps the high, right here, okay? And then if you look, it comes down and retests. So we come down and we retest this right here, and then we're gone. Well, what is this? This is a break and retest. So you're seeing the break and retest inside of a 15-minute candle. You're watching it in real time right here. So you can take this trade right here and collect some ticks. That's exactly what the first light beacon does. Now, what's really cool about it is it's not just limited to 15-minute candles. You can go into the settings and you can change it to, my personal favorite is the 45-minute candles. So we're going to go right here to 45. Here's the 45-minute zones. So this right here is the wick of a 45-minute candle. The break of that, we get a little retest over here, and then it shoots up And then we get a retest again of this, and then it shoots up. Here is an example of a 45-minute candle break, just like that 15-minute one. Look, we get a breakdown, and it breaks, comes down, retests right here, and shoots up. And you can use the bottom of this to trail your stop loss, or we have other tools for trailing. But this is the 45-minute candle. Now, if you're not into those types of things and you want a little longer term, here's a 2-hour zone. So it's taking the 2-hour candle and giving you the same information. It's building a support and resistance based on the 2-hour. Now, if you see this right here, we get our 2-hour candle, right? It breaks down, it crosses back up and drops, and it never goes above the zone again. So what you can do with something like this is you can short on the break or the retest of the break, which is right here. Your stop loss goes on the zone, and you can hold this trade until a new zone forms. That's the typically what happens is a new candle forms, and it's gonna do a retracement. This time it did not. It just dumped. But most of the time, hold on. Most of the time that's what's going to happen. So here is a 43 risk to reward 953 tick trade, and you trailed this right here the whole time coming down. Now, you can use the first light beacon in so many ways. You can put on a weekly zone, a daily zone, a 2-hour zone, and a 15-minute zone, and use all of those zones to get in and out of trades. The ways to use it are limitless. Now, this doesn't exist anywhere else. I invented this. I built it. The formula is what I created. It took me years, and I am offering it to the public for a subscription. You can go to breakouthunter.com, subscribe to it, and have it put on your TradingView chart today, right now.